Welcome to Intuitive Flow, hosted by me, Mikaela Filar, intuitive energy healer and mindset mentor. You've landed in the space you need to be to hear the no bullshit truth about how to actually manifest the life that you crave. This is the podcast that's here to shake you awake. It's time to unapologetically step into the woman you came here to be, the one who effortlessly attracts everything she desires. Let's flow. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to Intuitive Flow with Mikaela Filar, soon to be Mikaela Wallet. I want to prep you guys for this. I'm getting married, and my fiance's last name is Wallet, Wallet. You guys, Wallet. I'm like, do I need to start only focusing on money manifestation because like my last name's about to be Wallet? I have been having like this whole, obviously I'm getting married. So like I'm having just like this whole identity like change, and I'm going to be a whole ass wife. And it's something that I don't think that I've fully wrapped my head around my mind around yet. But I am so freaking excited. But that doesn't mean that there's still moments of like, holy fuck, I'm going to be a whole ass wife. Like, holy fuck, my last name is going to be Wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a lot of change. I'm planning a whole wedding. We've got so much going on in the back end of business right now. I just created like my LLC, and it's Mikaela Wallet Coaching. So like doing that was like, oh my God, like this is real. Like yeah, this is so crazy. Like I'm so excited. And also it's just like a lot. It's a lot. And I'm sure if you've been engaged, married, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's the most calm and sure feeling. And also I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's so weird to describe. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it, but I digress. That's not what we're talking about today. We are talking about how to stay sane when you are still in the trenches. So a few weeks back, I asked you guys what you wanted to hear me talk about on the podcast. And one of my girls asked this. She said, how the fuck do I stay sane when I'm still in the trenches? So we are going to do today's episode all about how to stay sane. I have like 6 different things here. There might be more actually, but I digress. We've got some things that are going to help you stay sane when you are still in the trenches. And when she says this, like, I know that she's saying just like she feels like she can't catch a break. She feels like she's maybe still at her rock bottom. Maybe she's still in the midst of her like dark night of the soul situation, right? And I know that it can be really hard it can feel really hard and like you're drowning when you are in the moment and in the like depth of just feeling like nothing is going your way and feeling like nothing is happening for you and not really knowing what to do about it, and then just kind of feeling paralyzed. Like I know what that's like, and it's not a fun place to be. And so I wrote down a few things that I really believe helped me climb out of the trenches. And instead of like how to stay sane when you're in the trenches, like how about how to get the fuck out of the trenches, right? Let's focus on that instead. So that's what today's episode is going to be. So let's just go ahead and get into it. All right. Number 1, you have to stop identifying as somebody who is in the trenches. When we are constantly focusing on how things are not working out for us, then we are going to consistently get more things that don't work out for us. What we focus on grows. It's the universal law of focus. So if you are focusing on all of the bad shit, you're going to get more bad shit. You're going to focus on the bad shit. You're going to get more bad shit. And it's just going to be this toxic cycle. And you're going to feel like you're drowning, and it's not going to be fun. So stop focusing on you being in the trenches. Stop focusing on all the things that are happening to you. Okay. Stop identifying as somebody who is in the trenches, who is low, who is not doing well, right? Like just stop giving life to that version of yourself and start to slowly suffocate that version of yourself, because they are obviously not serving you and they're obviously not who you aspire to become. So why are we still identifying as somebody who is in the trenches? We want to instead see the perfection in where you're at right now. Like ask yourself, whatever you're going through, like what is this trying to show me? Remember, there's always a silver lining. So like find that fucking silver lining. I know that sometimes it could be challenging to do that, especially when you're still quote unquote in the trenches, but I promise you that it's there. I promise you there's a lesson to be learned. And when you can find that lesson and then see the perfection in, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have realized this unless this had happened, right? So things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. So the minute that you can shift your perspective and see how it's whatever you're going through, whatever that you are feeling is like keeping you quote unquote in the trenches, if you can find like the good in it, then you are going to be able to focus on the good. What happens when you focus on good? More good things happen for you, right? And just stop saying like, oh my God, this is happening to me. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like take your victim mindset and throw it away in the trash can. And I know that this is easier said than done because our brains are literally programmed to focus on the negative things. Our brains are literally programmed to see how if things are not going our way, to like dwell on it and to be like, oh, woe is me. Like this is everybody else's fault besides my own. But the reality of the situation is like you are the creator of your reality. So you have to take that radical responsibility. See, what is this trying to show me? What lesson am I supposed to be learning from this situation that I'm finding myself in again and again, or I have been in for a long period of time? And how can I use that as fuel to propel myself or quantum leap into this whole next level version of me, right? So that's number one. Number two is stop trying to control the things that you cannot control. Stop trying to control the things that you cannot control. When I started to focus on myself and my health and like make that the main priority instead of trying to control things like that were out of my control, like everything changed. Like if you stop dwelling on how everything isn't like all of the things that have happened in your past or the reason that you're in the trenches, like if you keep dwelling on that, like that's out of your control. The past has happened. There's no way that you can change it. It is what it is. The situation you're in is the situation you're in. The only way that you're going to be able to get out of the situation that you're in is if you take radical responsibility for it and then change whatever it is that is keeping you stuck in, quote unquote, stuck, because you're never really stuck, but stuck in that situation that you're finding yourself in. So if you focus on yourself, if you focus on your health, if you focus on like the things that you know are actually in your control, like that you have the capacity for. So like, let's say you're in the trenches and you maybe hate your job, maybe you never have enough money at the end of the month, maybe you are in a depression. Like the only way, like your life is your creation, like whether you realize it or not, like you are in control. And I think that's going to be like the main theme of today's episode, is just like remembering that you are in control and you have the power to change whatever it is that you quote unquote don't like about your life. So if you don't like your job, what are you doing to change that? Like, are you every single day applying for different jobs, or are you thinking about that business that you want to start? And are you actually taking action steps to create that business that you want to start so that eventually you can leave your soul sucking job, right? What is it? Like, what are you doing? Can you go out and like, there are people selling their feet pics on the internet and they're making bank, right? if they can do that and be good and feel good about themselves and like that's what they feel is right for them, then like you can figure out what is right for you. You know, like we think so much into it. We think that our life has to be like perfect, and it doesn't. And it never will be. It never will be. You have to see the perfection in the imperfection. But control the things that you can control. And what I'm like, why I'm talking about it, let's say like you hate your job, is because if you are just focused on how much you hate your job and then you're not taking action to change that, it's not going to change. You're just going to keep hating your job. If you're letting things that are actually in your control, like the fear of being seen, stop you from taking charge, stop you from doing the thing that you actually want to do, and you stay in the thing that you don't want to do because of your limiting beliefs and your fear of like losing quote unquote control over how other people perceive you, then you are not going to change anything. You're going to be stuck in the cycle, stuck in the quote unquote trenches. Okay. So control the thing that you can control. You are in control of your entire life, but start small. So like maybe you don't quit your job and get a new job tomorrow. Okay. Maybe you're just, I'm going to go on a walk today. I'm going to read my book for 30 minutes. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to have coffee with a friend. Whatever that is, like do things that make you excited and light you up so that you are adding in a sprinkle of like, you know, something that makes you happy. I remember when I first met Bryson, he hated his job, hated it. And I told him, I'm like, intuitively, like, checked in for him to see if, like, it was in his best interest to just, like, leave the job and find something else or to stay with it and then add, like, something else into his day to day to, like, get him through until it was time to actually leave. Everything ended up working out perfectly because he listened to me. He stayed in the job that he hated for, I think it was like a few more months. We talked about what he actually wanted to do, which was baseball. And he wanted to coach, but he was like, I don't have any coaching experience. Like, I don't know how I'm going to like get a job in coaching. And I'm like, well, just put it out into the universe. Talk about, like, think about it, talk about it out loud, talk to people. Like, you're in the baseball world. He grew up playing baseball his entire life. So like, that's what he wanted to do. But he, before like figuring out what he was going to do with baseball, he was in this job that he really didn't like. And I was like, your higher self really just wants you to pick like a new hobby. There's something that you've been wanting to do, but you haven't done it because of XYZ. And he goes, oh my God, yeah, no, you're right. I've been really wanting to do jujitsu and I haven't done it. I just haven't pulled the trigger. And I'm like, you need to go apply, like, or go find a gym that's jujitsu and go do jujitsu. And he did. And he was like, it really did make the biggest difference in his day. Like, he started like getting his life back because he had something to look forward to after work. Right. And now he still does jujitsu. He doesn't work at his soul sucking job. He actually is a head coach for our local high school baseball team now, which is so incredible. He's going into his second year of coaching as the head coach. He's so good at it. And it's been so incredible to watch him thrive and love what he does. And he always says, if it wasn't for me, that he probably wouldn't be where he is. And you know what? He's right. Anyways, I digress. But so maybe it's like, just take control of the things that you can take control of, right? Because you don't want to just like quit the job that you're at and then like go get another job and not learn the lesson that you needed to learn from this other job, or not, jump into another job that you're also going to fucking hate. Like, that's not, what's the point of that, right? We want to wait for something that's actually going to make us excited, that's actually going to light us up. So control the things that you can control, but start small. Don't just go and blow up your life. Or, if you're like me and you like to just jump in head first, you can blow up your life all at one time. But like, just keep in mind that that's going to take a lot more work, as if as opposed to just taking it slow. Real quick, I have to share something super exciting. I am holding another Quantum Leaping Over Obstacles, my mini intuitive read masterclass, where you have the opportunity to ask me any question regarding life, money, career, whatever, relationships, where we will be decoding the signs from your higher self that you are seeing as obstacles or blocks in your life right now. I'm going to intuitively channel why it's happening and give you the exact energetic and physical tools slash steps that you need to quantum leap you towards what you are actually desiring to create, have, and to be on your highest timeline in life. This masterclass is happening on September 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is a Saturday. I am hosting this masterclass. I am so excited about it, and I cannot wait to see you inside. If you have any questions, the details are in the show notes below. If you have been stuck in patterns, waiting for life to get easier, feeling like you can never catch a break, this class is for you. And it's like getting 8 mini intuitive reads in one read for the small price of $149. And these classes can be up to 2 hours long, full of tools and insight and the clarity that you have been looking for. So if you are feeling called to this class, make sure you check out the show notes below and claim your spot. Let's get back into today's episode. My next tip is to stop spiraling. I know this is easier said than done, but I have this thing that I do where if I catch myself spiraling, I'm like, okay, I'm obviously spiraling. What are 3 things that I'm seeing, 3 things that I'm feeling, 3 things that I'm hearing, 3 things that I'm smelling, 3 things that I'm tasting? I immediately, and you might have to do this like more than one time, but what it does is it interrupts your spiral and it gets you focusing on something other than what you're spiraling about. So that is just my little mini tip, but like stop spiraling when you can and find time to ground yourself, to sit in the grass, to meditate, to do things that make you smile, even if it's just a nice walk outside or coffee with a friend. Breath work has been huge for me. I have just started doing breath work once a month, and what that does is like help you regulate your central nervous system. It helps you really dig into your subconscious to just another added like rewiring the subconscious mind thing. So I personally love breath work and it has helped me. So I think that would be good and it will help you figure out like what limiting beliefs are running your subconscious mind that are actually running your life, that are making you feel like you are stuck in the trenches. So all of those things, like when I was in when I felt like I was in the trenches, I really just focused on myself. Like I put all of my extra energy that I was putting into things like going out with friends and partying and dating. And I just stopped all of it and I focused on myself. I got really good about my meditation, about my morning routine, about focusing on my self-image and self-love work. Like that was really huge. Like obviously, as we know, that's why I do what I do. But like my self-love and self-image work really like helped me propel in the right direction and like remember who the fuck I was and that I am capable of anything that I set my mind to. So all of those things will definitely help you as far as staying sane when you are in the trenches. Because if you could just get your mind to shut the fuck up, that's going to help you focus on the thing that you do want. And then eventually you will get there. My next thing is to clock the good things. So remember how I said in the beginning to see the perfection and find the silver lining? Okay, well, clock those things because our brain, like I said, is wired to focus on the negative and the bad. So we want to focus on the good. And how we do that is by clocking the good things. So like every night before I go to bed, I actually think like, what are three things that I'm grateful for? And I know this is so like just typical, but like not everybody does it. And it does make the biggest difference. It's like, okay, what are three things today that I'm like so grateful for that happened for me? Right. And even if it was quote unquote something that like maybe most people wouldn't see as positive, I find the good in that thing. And I'm like, I'm so grateful for that lesson. Right. So, what are three things that you are grateful for, or three good things that you feel happened for you that day? And just like clock those three things every single day for like the rest of your life. And your mind is going to start to, what that does is it suffocates the old neural pathway in your mind that's like wired on focusing on the negative, and it starts to build a new neural pathway of you focusing on positive things. And so it starts to focus on the positive. Remember, what you focus on grows. It's a universal law. So that is the next thing. I have a few more things. So get to work. Just like we need 100% of the physical, we need 100% of the energetic. So you can sit and meditate and ground and do breath work all day long. But if you are not taking the action that's actually going to get you to where you want to go, to get you out of the trenches, then you're going to be stuck in the same fucking cycle. Like I said, 100% of the physical, 100% of the energetic. There's no such thing like this whole soft girl era, like love it, love her. And that's first, like, if you're in the trenches and you actually want to change your life, you need to do what you have to do. And that isn't always going to be what you want to do. You're going to have to do things that you do not want to do if you are going to get places that not a lot of people get to. Okay. So, all of the things that you're avoiding doing are most likely the things that you need to do most in order to get you where you want to go. I always say, like, I use the gym analogy of like, whatever you're avoiding in the gym is probably the thing that you need to do most to get you the results that you're actually looking for. And it's literally the same in life. So keep that in mind. Stop doing the things that you know are sabotaging where and who you want to be. Like those habits that you have that you stop and think to yourself, I probably shouldn't be doing this. Or actually, I've made this decision before and it didn't serve me. I probably shouldn't do it again, but then you do it anyways. Like that's not helping your situation. You not taking the action necessary, you not putting in the work, like that's you sabotaging, like you're self-sabotaging your own life. You saying like, I'm going to start Monday, like every Thursday because you never started on Monday because you partied all weekend and then you felt like shit until Wednesday and then you finally felt good on Thursday, but then you partied again on Friday. Like that's not serving you any good, right? Trust me. I'm not saying this from a place of ignorance. I'm saying this from a place of like, I've been there, done that. And that isn't what helped me change my life. So I know from experience that these are things that are going to really help you pull yourself out of the trenches and thrive. And last but not least is core beliefs. I want you guys to start to adapt core beliefs that just become your identity. So a couple that I have here are I simply cannot fuck up and that my success is inevitable. Like those are just two that I'm going to give you guys. Those two core beliefs, because you cannot fuck up. Like even if somebody else perceives it as a fuck up, like you're still not fucking up because you're learning something from it. And if you learn something from it, you win. Bottom line. Okay. You have to learn how to alchemize things, meaning you have to learn how to turn something that maybe doesn't look so great from the outside into something beautiful and come out the other end shiny and new and with this upgraded identity. Become that girl. Okay. And then your success is inevitable. Literally every successful person ever has always had this one common belief, and that is that their success is inevitable. So if you truly believe to your fucking core that your success in life is inevitable and you don't have these sneaky little hidden limiting beliefs that are like, well, you know, you don't make the best decisions, or You really messed up and like you didn't finish college. So like you're probably not smart enough to like actually make good money. Like LOL. No, that's not true. Let's like get rid of these beliefs. These are societal pressures, societal norms that are like put on you from a young age that make you think these things, but they're not the actual truth. They're just limiting self-beliefs. So like what do you actually want to believe about yourself? And then like create those core beliefs and then stick to them and just drill them into your mind all of the fucking time, because that is the ultimate truth. You simply cannot fuck up, because there's always a lesson to be learned, even when you do quote unquote fuck up, and that your success is inevitable. Okay. These are all of my little tips on how to stay sane when you are still in the trenches. But I took that and I took my own spin on it and I went, how to get out of the trenches so that you don't have to just stay sane in the trenches, but like how to get out. This is how. You want to upgrade your identity, start doing these things or stop doing these things, and upgrade your fucking identity. Your success is inevitable. You got this. I believe in you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of Intuitive Flow with Mikaela Filar. If this lit something up inside of you, make sure you hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. We have new episodes coming out every week. If you love what you heard, drop a 5-star rating and review or share it with a family member or friend so that this podcast can grow and help more women rise. For more on self-love, self-image, intuition, and manifestation, come hang out with me on Instagram or TikTok at Mikaela Filar. The links are all in the show notes below. And as always, we will chat soon.